Today on the podcast, we're going to be talking about power levels. Joining me is my very special guest who's looking disinterested like any other anime character. Yo, welcome to the podcast. What's up? What's up? So I want to talk power levels with you. So with power levels, do you feel that Goku needs any more power ups, or do you feel that he's as powerful as he is right now?
Nah, so with Goku, it's like he gonna continue to get stronger, so like his power all gonna always go up. But like, honestly, God, like they can give him transformations, but it would like serve no purpose because now we can tap into UI now before we can see in the manga, so it'll be no point.
So Super Saiyan God is the highest form with Ultra Instinct.
mm Right now, right now the highest thing right now is Ultra Instinct because like the way they described it the first time, it was like he mastered it, but now it's like apparently the way he mastered it but didn't perfect it. So it was like, well, now this is like the ultimate like technique to use now. So it's like nobody can really touch this man at this point now. I kind of can't.
So who's the closest hero do you feel in anime, hero or villain that could touch Goku?
Sailor Moon will destroy this nigga. Sailor Moon will destroy this nigga still.
No, Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon still, yeah, like.
So who's so top 10 power arc in anime right now? Who is it?
As far as like of all time,
we'll just go Shonen.
It's kind of hard. It's a lot of. It's like a lot of animes like that we don't see like right now that came on in the past like Shaman King. Like a lot of people don't know like Shaman King is like a universal top tier ass anime, but I mean if you look at Shaman King you just wouldn't think about it, but these niggas have the power to destroy the world if they want to. Like they really do.
Some pretty strong spirits. Speaking of spirits, you got Fairy Tail's Celestial Spirits King. You got the Gote 13s, and also Reaper's Bankais and Ozenpatos that have the power to destroy the world. You think about the Devil Fruits and the Tail Beasts.
I feel like Devil Fruits can't destroy the world no matter what nobody should say.
So earlier in the week, we talked about the ending of Naruto. Was Kaguya the right villain to end the Naruto series, or should she have been the villain and goal for Boruto to defeat?
I mean, I understood the route they were taking because they had to introduce Otsutsuki just so they could get like Boruto's plot like up and running, but it's like it still don't make sense. Like for her to get beat by like I'm not even gonna say beat, more like she just got sealed away. Yeah, that's just the right word. She got sealed away from two ninjas that are the top tiers in the ninja verse at this time, and one female who I would probably say isn't the top female in Naruto at the time, but it's probably like top three to five. It's like you had one nigga over here, his build up was so much. It was like very irritating to see like everything like that get taken away just for the plot of just having Kage get introduced to like real gay. Because I mean, who the fuck gets like who the fuck really like sits back and like if I die I know I'm gonna get revived and my plan to do what I want in life is gonna come to fruition. Like you have to have like that much security with yourself and in your plan. Like you get revived back. Not only that, you break the reanimation jutsu. Not only that, you wait till the Tenta Jujuri keys up for grabs. You one-shot everybody without no eyes in your fucking head, and you mean to tell me you get one shot by a Black Zest? That shit is stupid. Shit beyond fucking stupid.
I think back to Black Zest. Man, think about the fact, if you would have let Madara take out Naruto, finish beating Sasuke, and then get Kaguya, but no.
It would just made more. I just like a lot of me and my homie just feel like it just made more sense. Like you just don't give nobody like. Okay, like I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of like animes like. What's a good one? Okay, I like in the manga wise for the new Dragon Ball Super, like you don't just stack up Vegeta so high just to get one shot by like the most tiniest little plot hole in the twist. Now, like you just don't do that. Like, and then when you make a bullshit reason of why it happened, and then for the main protagonist to like go after that villain or whatever, and then the villain do some more gay shit, and they somehow still win, it irritates my soul. Like you just don't. You don't build up Madara like that just for him to get one shot by Black Zetsu. Like we all thought Obito was getting used by Madara. We thought Pain was getting used by Obito. You know, all this type of shit. Like as like Naruto was going on in Shippuden, like everything just started like getting explained and getting shown to the light. Like this guy really happened. Or Itachi didn't do this really just because of hate. He did it because he was told to by the elders of the village. Or oh, Jiraiya really couldn't beat Pain. Or this, that, and the third. Is like all right, bet. Like a lot of things make sense. A lot of built up. A lot of things like this right here in the third. But to come to Madara, introduce him so, like very highly, like you introduce this man. He fresh out of getting reanimated, and he takes on the Ninja Alliance and one shot in every single one motherfucker as he's fighting them, and it's just like, all right, bet this nigga raw.
Beat the current generation 5 Kage, defeated the current reincarnations of Asura and Indra, beat Orochimaru, beat Kakashi, beat everybody's pink-head hero. Wait, she's not our hero. Sakura, my bad. Slip up. Yeah, I mean, he pretty much beat the entire alliance and showed why he was that legendary feared shinobi and that he wasn't just hype, which goes into why the Uchiha clan was always feared.
They did what they had to do, man. I mean, give Madara 2 Rinnegan, say 6-pack power. I mean, I'd be afraid too. What the fuck the end result would be? I mean, to be honest, I mean, I kind of understand why they went the different direction. But it was like, you could have actually like not built him up that high and just let him get one shot or just something of that nature. Like, this man literally got say 6-pack powers. He already been one shot in everybody. Took on Minato, Kakashi, Obito. Took on 8 Gates God. Took on took on Naruto and Sasuke when they came back and they had 6-pack powers and damn stuff. Like, you just don't do that built up and then, all right, bet. I finally get to do my plan I was trying to do for years. All right, cool. Boom, one shot. Wait. By Black Zetsu, huh? He has the power to wait, huh? Oh, now he just took the basis of the 6-pack power and reincarnated his mother from the fucking moon. No, man, that's whack. It's whack as shit, bro. That's whack as fuck. I'm sorry, man. It was the wackest thing they could have did in Naruto.
All right, let me ask you about some matchups real quick. So you got the Magic Knight captains from Black Clover versus all the current Hokages versus the 10 Commandments from Seven Deadly Sins and the Soul Reaper captains, the Goten 13. Who wins that fight?
The 13 Core Guard squad still win that by far.
Let's break down what they got. They got Old Man Yama's Bankai, Rujin Jaka. They got Bakia's, what is it, Zakura. You got Toroshi's Hirimaru. You got 2 Kenpachis. The first Kenpachi and you got Kenpachi. They strong. You got the captain of Squad 11. You got the captain of Squad 11. Him. Let's see. You got Mayuri. You got the rest of them. That's a tough matchup, even for the Kage and the previous captains. All right, another matchup I had in mind. Let's see. The other one that was on the list for today. So, a battle of water. You got Esdeath leading Noelle Julia against the second Hokage, Terra and Tsukuyomi. Who's winning that fight?
Kind of hard. It depends.
I want to say Team 8 wins. I think they got the Master Waterbenders.
It depends. And I would say like it depends on like location and stuff like that, because you got some people that can use water without like no source from coming from nowhere. Like they can just make water out of thin air. You have other people that need a source, like either plants, a life force, some type of shit like that right there. But probably like the second team, maybe the second team.
I go with Team A. I'm gonna ask you the last question. Shout out to my homeboys, Dalvinus and Keon. I'm gonna let you read this.
If Fugaleon and his sister were Fire Lords, could Aang and Katara beat him? Yeah. kind of can't like.
Aang and Korra. Could the Avatars defeat those two if they were Fire Lords?
I mean, just because like we had this discussion before, and it was like it's like you can't bring Avatar into certain things when it comes to anime because it's like if this was like an anime where they use something else other than magic, then it would be like, all right, cool, they'd be able to like, do something against them. But even if it's magic and it's fire, and people are like, oh, they can still bend it. I understand that, but I mean, you gotta understand something. This man has a whole salamander. He has a fire spirit. His sister's so strong now that she has now can become mana using mana's own. So now it's like they're leagues above like a lot of people should be in Black Clover as it already is. And her, for instance, she's one of them. Like she was the first one out of many Magic Knights and others to even use mana zone. So it was like well, damn. I mean, if she can use mana zone, he can use mana zone. It's like, what could they possibly do against people who use literally magic? Like it don't make no sense. And then it's not that. It's like, I mean, fire is fire, but this isn't just your run-of-the-mill fire. This is magic-induced fire. And not only that, we have never seen anything magic-related introduced into Avatar. Everything is spiritual, has to do with something with energy, the balance of the world, stuff like that. Whether it's in this show, that's not the case whatsoever.
Big facts. Like, I always tell people, you got to realize that the Avatar is at their most strongest and at their weakest in that state. Remember when Azula almost killed Aang, and when the Red Lotus almost...
She did. She killed him. She killed him. No, she killed him. When Aang came back up, he said, no, I really did die, didn't I? He said, yeah, you died. I brought you back, but yeah, you died. He didn't know life. Just
imagine if those two were evil. Aang and Korra wouldn't have a chance. I mean, think about the fact that Korra's style is a little bit more fiber than the rest, but fighting the both of them would give them a harder time. So the next question I have for you, why is it that when you bring characters into other worlds, like for versus battles, why is something like Death Battle a fair playing ground for them? Or do you feel that it's not a fair playing ground?
Talking about for Aang and Korra?
Well, for just any versus battle in general, like say Rock Lee versus Sanji, say
Sanji was
Naruto versus Natsu.
Naruto was
I say Naruto actually got Natsu.
Yeah, they at first say Naruto got too many feats, but it's like I was like, well, I mean, I did see. It's like certain things. It's like, all right, like everybody calls Naruto planetary. I don't call Naruto planetary unless you're talking about adult Naruto. Everybody likes the fact, oh, he was on the moon, he split a moon in the movie's canon. I'm like, well, the moon is not bigger than the Earth, so I mean, he split a moon. And not only that, he didn't split a moon, somebody else split a moon.
Yeah, the villain split the moon. Torin actually split the moon. Let's look at it. So, Natsu's biggest feat in the end would have to be him getting the powers of the Dragon Slayers to defeat Equinogia versus Naruto's biggest feat, we'll say, teaming with Sasuke to defeat Kaguya. How would Kaguya stack up to Equinogia?
I mean, it's like they have great feats as far as like being like villains in the show, but it's like Kaguya has way too many. It's like if everything she uses like magic based and like that'll be like a good versus battle between those two. But since she does, she like kind of one shot this nigga no matter what. She could throw this man in a different dimension and just go about her day and he'll be fucked. All right, no matter what.
Well, how about this? What do you think is the most fairest versus battle?
It depends. Like you can have versus battle where you can have somebody like say for instance like somebody may have a bunch of feats like this other character have, but their power is like very massively like has a big gap between the two. You can like do a power equalizer and just go by like who has the better feats, who can come on top, stuff like that. But it's like it's all about how you do it. Like I've seen like a lot of people done crazy versus battles. I've seen people say like, oh, Luffy versus Naruto, Luffy a one shot Naruto. I'm like, if you can sit here and say that, Naruto can't use Haki on Luffy or vice versa, whatever the case may be. I mean, if you go by One Piece manga and shit like that, I mean, if you don't have hockey, you can't damage them now. So that's like the new thing with One Piece characters. Like, if they have hockey, you can only fight them if you have hockey. They got like Armament hockey, Conqueror's hockey, shit like that. It's like if nobody else has that, or you're fighting them, it's like, oh, opposingly, you can't damage them. And I'm like, I kind of see people that don't have hockey still damage them, but I mean, like I said before, that's like the now, and that was like back then. So it's like, it is what it is. You just don't even argue with it. It is what it is. It was in the whole argument earlier today. Everybody says that apparently the Tsukiyomi can transfer chakra into you and somehow like put you on a bigger hypnosis than what it previously can do. Like, which makes zero sense whatsoever. Because now they're saying, oh, certain people can't be put under genjutsu, like for instance Jinchurikis, but that's not the case because I've seen multiple Jinchurikis put under genjutsu.
Yagya, Naruto, B. Let's talk one of my favorite scenarios where the Sharingan was used. I gotta go back and double check this. Where Itachi was able to manipulate somebody's body to make them seem like they age. The Sharingan manipulates your body. It doesn't just pour chakra into you.
I mean, that's what I got from today. I mean, I just like I said before, like when we have these discussions, I just sometimes sit back and I just listen. I'm like, okay, I might learn something, but then as we continue to like talk about it, if no